So the iconic Instagram gain train, the way that you can gain followers, it seems pretty easy, but should you do it? Should you not do it? What are the pros and cons? And is it actually going to gain you followers?
My name is Anthony. I run an Instagram marketing agency and also run a 1 million follower network on Instagram.
And I make videos like this to help you take your Instagram account from 0 to hero. So make sure you subscribe because this is the Instagram Hub. So this question is submitted by one of you guys, Xavier Toller, and he says, what do you think about gain trains? Well, let's talk about that, and thank you for submitting your question. For any of you guys that may want to be featured on a video and get your question answered, all you have to do is shoot me a DM on the gram, and I go through, and you might just get on a video here. So with that said, gain trains is something that I have never talked about on this channel. I have absolutely no videos on them, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume probably many of you don't know what they are, especially if you're looking to me as a resource for information. I haven't seen anybody else do videos on this either. So gain trains, what are they? They could be a multitude of different things, but when I think of a gain train, and I have a little bit of experience with this, before I started growing Instagram pages, I was actually on Twitter. And not that I had any clue what I was doing on Twitter. I would do gain trains all the time when I was first trying to figure it out. Eventually, after a few months, I stopped Twitter and moved to Instagram because there was just way more opportunity on Instagram. But the gain trains that you do on Twitter and the gain trains that you do on Instagram are basically the very same. The most basic form of a gain train, and the way that I could try to explain it best, is picture this. Picture an account that goes ahead and they post a picture and they're like, hey, gain train. Like the picture is a complete advertisement. It's like gain train, follow back everyone who follows you, follow everyone that likes this picture. And that's essentially all it is. So basically what you would have if you were the first person on to basically see the post for the gain train, what you would do is you would like the picture and you would start to follow everybody that also follows that picture. From there, once you like it, there's going to be a ton of other people that are liking that picture, and they're going to go ahead and they're going to follow everyone that has liked the picture. You are then supposed to follow back everyone that follows you, assuming that they're coming from the gain train. Now, this works well if there's already an audience there. For example, if there is a page that is always running gain trains, then that's going to work well because they have a following. This following is actively participating in these gain trains, and what you're doing is you're liking the picture, following everybody who liked the picture, and when other people are following everybody who liked that picture, you follow back those people that followed you. It's kind of like just a huge follow-unfollow. I have a word that I was going to use, but I don't think I want to. So let's quickly answer the question. Will a gain train gain you followers on Instagram? Yeah, it's gonna gain you followers, especially if everyone's actively participating, and especially if the account has followers already on it as well, and all these people are actively participating in a gain train. But while you can gain followers with it, is it worth doing? I know a lot of people on Instagram just for the clout. They just want to get 10,000 followers so they could roll up on their friends with it, show it at a party, do whatever they really want to with it, and they're just going for it based off of clout. However, I know the vast majority of you guys that watch my channel are in it for the long term. You guys are really trying to grow Instagrams and make money from them. So should you participate in a gain train? In my opinion, gain trains are the absolute worst form of follow-unfollow. Ultimately, what happens is you're gonna get a burst of followers, a ton of new followers, and you're also gonna be following all of these people back, and eventually you're going to start unfollowing those people because you're gonna see a ton of content that you're just not interested in. Most of these accounts that are participating in gain trains are not even interesting accounts at all. It's usually like just kids or people who don't know what they're doing with Instagram growth, and they just kind of stumbled upon this, they're trying it for the first time, or they just never decide to educate themselves further and make this into a lifelong strategy where their page just eventually burns and fails. I don't recommend follow-unfollow ever. There are simply just better ways of doing things, and follow-unfollow takes a lot of time. A lot of the pages end up with very low engagement, and it's 2019. There's simply a lot better ways to grow your Instagram page than using things like follow-unfollow. And if you had to break follow-unfollow down into like different brackets of how you do it, I would say using gain trains is the absolute worst bracket of follow-unfollow you can get, because these people you're following are going to be uninterested in your content from a wide variety of niches, or no niches at all, because they're just kind of personal pages that post whatever. On top of that, most of these pages are simply going to unfollow you. Not all of them, you will retain a good number of them, but a lot of them are just going to unfollow you later. And the biggest point is that these pages will never ever engage with your content, ever. They're simply not interested. They followed you for a gain train. Again, this strategy is basically a clout strategy. How many followers can I quickly get in the shortest amount of time possible? Everyone's just following each other. At least if you're doing follow and follow in the sense that you're following people that are interest based, at least at that level, you're gonna follow people that are kind of within your niche that have those interests. When you're doing a gain train, you're just following random people and they follow you back, and that's really all it is. To me, a gain train is kind of like sub for sub on YouTube. Who do you know that has a successful YouTube channel that does sub for sub? Basically nobody. And with my Twitter experience running gain trains on there, the same thing happened that most Instagram pages go through, where you gain a ton of new followers, then your Twitter following is super high, you need to unfollow people so you can have a better branding, better image, and nobody engages on your content. You just have all of these clout followers. Honestly, if you're gonna run gain trains, it's almost the equivalent of buying fake followers because nobody engages. But that's just my take on it. That's just my opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. If you're just in it for the clout, if you're just trying to go out there and show off your Instagram and just have followers and not really build anything out of it, maybe gain trains are for you. If you want to build a real sustainable Instagram page that people are actually going to respect, the engagement's high, you're going to be making money from it, and it's going to be an income producing asset for you, stay away from the gain trains and smash that like button. With all that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and drop it a like and drop it a comment down below. If you do those two things and subscribe to the channel, it enters you in to win a consultation call giveaway, a one-on-one coaching session with me. And again, all you have to do is like this video, leave a thoughtful comment down below, and just subscribe to the channel. That's it, and you might win a 1-hour one-on-one consultation with me. We've already had 3 winners, and you just might be next. For any of you guys that are super tired of struggling on Instagram, I just made an Instagram training that covers every single step of growing an Instagram from 0 all the way up to 10,000 followers, all the way up to the monetization point. If you're struggling on Instagram, if you just started a brand new account, if you're not gaining followers, you're not making money, go and check out that training. It's A to Z. It'll teach you everything that I know. Link in the description. Keep grinding, keep hustling, and I'll see you all on the next one.